Hey everyone, this is Tigri La Gardenia. I'm coming to you from an area called the Blue Lagoon in Vienna, and I want to take you on a tour of the most amazing house. This house is called the LISI house, which stands for Living Inspired by Sustainable Innovation. This is a house that won the 2003 Solar Decathlon, and so for sustainable building, this is a house that today sits in a sort of home park, so that as an example of what can be built when you have human ingenuity. This is sort of a little bit of the plans. I'm going to give you a little insight into what this house could be, not because of we want to live in this house, although to be honest, I would die to live in this house, but because this is an example of a few different things. It's an example of what can happen when you really put your heart and soul into the creation of something that is sustainable. This is what the vision of the new future, of what our future can be like, in the sense of the way that we build and the way that we build design into what we're doing. This is a representation of health and wellness in a physical structure, because the structure was built with that in mind. And so I want to give you a tour because it really is an incredible place. So I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you what it is. So we're going to start here. I want to show you some of these. These are just like the plans to give you an idea of stuff. But let's give you really the tour of the house. Now, this house was constructed with the idea of being on a lake, being on water. It's actually floating. And for those of you that have followed a little bit my journey, you know that I spent some time living up in trees, living with tree houses and things of that nature. And one of the reasons why we lived in the treehouse village was to get an idea of what it means when your feet do not touch the ground, when your feet are connected to a different element. And the LISI house was invented, created with that same idea. So the idea is that it's actually floating. You have this panoramic view of the lake all the way 360 degrees. If you're popping in right now, feel free to say hello. So it has these compartments for your vertical gardens. Today they're not populated because, like I said, this is a showroom house now, but it gives you the idea. So you have this view all the way across. You have some garden containers and spaces. You have this sort of picture frame looking idea for you to get an idea of what it would feel like when pictures become your reality. But more importantly, let's show you the actual house. It's a very, in some ways, simple design. The house is completely open. This is the whole inside of the house. You'll see here you have the whole kitchen area. You have an entertainment area in the corner. You have a central structure that is a table, chairs, really giving priority to what is this amazing view. You'll see here that there is a sliding door. I don't know if you can see. Try to show you from the other side. It's hidden away. Everything in this house gets hidden away. This is not a house for the person full of tchotchkes and of little gadgets and stuff. This is for the person that wants to live completely surrounded by their environment. And here on the table, I'm going to show you, there's some information about the house, the design of the house. You have the whole way that it's connected to nature, both from the physical design of the house, but also from all of the structures, the way that it deals with water, the way that it deals with electricity. All these different parts are all about a sustainable innovation. But let me show you the two coolest parts of the house, at least in my opinion. Really, of course, the view is, but let's check out this bathroom. So here we have a bathroom that is just a one-piece unit. So you have a shower that is right in the middle. You have the toilet. This is no waste here. Here's the award for the Solar Decathlon that they won. And then you see that there's glass. This is actually glass. Tap the glass so you know. That leads you straight into the house. The house is all made of natural materials, so you're completely surrounded in a natural structure. We're going to go over to the bedroom. There's all these little hidden containers in here. And then here's the bedroom. You have a single bed, immersed in this wooden environment with a window to the outside. You do have inside of the room, if you close the door, you have your armoire and everything. I don't know if you can really notice it, but this is a house for the person who just has their minimal stuff, because what's most important is the way that you connect to nature, the way you connect to the overall environment. So again, looking at it from the other side, here is the doors that are on the other side that are, when they're closed, you'll see it's big glass panes that roll open completely, and then they hide behind this container that's here. So on both sides of the house, you can open it up and create this open environment where you have on one side probably, I don't know, nature of some sort, maybe a little wooded area, and on the other side it should be a lake, because again, this house floats on water. And the people who designed this house, the two architects, Schnetzepils, which are the Klaus and Gregor, are the two architects that designed this house. And they have, I'll turn the video around here so I can show you for a second, but they also have a series of other houses that they're working on. Right now, their big design is a house called Freiraum, which means free space. And it takes some of the elements of this house, which in the sense that it has a central core, which is where you would have your bathroom and you have any kind of like electrical equipment in the central core. And then on each side of the house, you can think of it as a large rectangle. On each side of the house, they have completely open space that can be modular and can be designed however you want. Because their vision, similar to the vision of the LISI house, but evolved into a new area, the LISI house is all about really enjoying nature. And Freiraum is all about your free space. How do I design a house that is about a representation of your freedom? So maybe in the first years you have children, so you design multiple bedrooms, and then you have a big bathroom, and on the two ends of the house it's all glass, similar to what is here, completely open, so that you have this complete open environment. But maybe you might need two bedrooms, and then maybe in a few years you might take out one of the walls because you have an empty nest, and therefore you create a big common space and one bedroom. Or maybe you decide to have multiple different spaces for different activities that you're doing. The point is, these houses are all intended to be a complete connection to nature. So big windows that lead to an outside over a lake or a forested area or any kind of natural environment. And inside, as you see here, a completely modular open space that encourages you to to like not have too much stuff. And it encourages you to live a life that is more about the connection to what's going on outside, the connection to the other people. So here you see a big center island that encourages you to have dinner parties and bring people in. And guys, for me, this is the type of house that I want to live in. I want to live in a house where what's important is the connection to others, the connection to people, that's built in a sustainable manner, and that has all the systems that I need. So I just wanted to show you that because I'm here and I think it's amazing, and I think it's fantastic to know that these types of houses exist. If you have a super cool homestead that you're living in, something that you designed or something that you found that's amazing, if you have, you know, information or ideas on how to build the future sustainable house of tomorrow, please let me know. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your comments on this. All right. So this is Tigrila Gardenia from the Blue Lagoon at the award-winning LISI house. I'll give you one last kind of picture of it here. This is when they won the solar decathlon in 2013. This is the LISI house, and which has been transported from here all the way to California and then back again to Vienna. All right, signing off. Have a great day.